Hi everyone, this is Sabrina with Scrappin' with Sabrina, and I wanted to share with you my first video today. I mentioned on my blog on one of my posts that I really wanted to share with you my Cricut cartridge and handbook storage system. And it's actually something that I created and came up with the idea. There may be other people that have come up with a similar idea, but after looking on the internet and trying to figure out the best way to store my Cricut cartridges and my handbooks and overlays, I really wanted something that could hold a lot more than what I could really find out there and not be too bulky and kind of be compact. I love the little boxes that the cartridges do come in, and it was actually really hard to part with them. I ended up recycling them, but I have a lot of cartridges now, and I really had to almost try to find a dedicated space to put the cartridges, and I thought, okay, what can I come up with? So this is a box, as you will see. It's a fabric covered box that I actually got from Michael's with I believe it was a 50% off coupon, so the box cost me all of $10. It's a fabric covered box. The dimensions on the outside are, my little tape measure here, about almost 13.5 inches wide by 9 inches in height, I guess I would say this way. And the depth of the box is about 5 7/8. So as you can see, it's pretty compact. I have my little handy dandy tape measure and level from Helene's Custom Framing and Scrapbooking, which is my favorite local scrapbook store. I've mentioned that on my blog as well. So anyway, this box just sits in my work box, scrap box storage unit, and my Cricut sits next to it. I don't have the Cricut there right now because I have it in a tote as I took it to my girlfriend Marcy's house to do some scrapbooking, but that's where it normally sits. And inside, what I have done is I've actually Velcroed the Cricut cartridges to the box. I put just a little round Velcro circle on the back of each cartridge, and then the matching round sticky part on each of the boxes, and the cartridges just stick on there like that. These were just little inexpensive Velcro dots that I got from, I think it was Walmart. So that's all I used. And then I actually have this little plastic sheet that's actually a page divider that I had cut up, and I can actually fit probably, let's see, 3, 6, 9, probably 9 cartridges on this comfortably. That way I don't have to start another box. I still have room for some of the handbooks in here, and I guess once I fill this up, then I'll have to go to another box. And yes, I did buy 2 of the boxes because I wanted to be sure that I would have a matching one down the road when I was ready to start a second box. What I've done with the books is I created little labels to put on the spiral bound part of each of the handbooks, and that way I have them filed here alphabetically, and Create a Critter is actually in my Cricut right now. I have them filed alphabetically, so when I want one, I don't have to go and dig and pull each one up. I can just say, oh, I want Songbird, here it is. I can just pull it up. My overlay I keep right in the front, so I know it's there all the time. And there is my handbook. I really am a visual person, so I feel that I really do still need to look at the handbooks. I love my Gypsy, but being that I am visual, I'd like to be able to just flip through the book and see what I'm trying to cut and visualize, especially if it is a more complicated cut when there are a lot of layers. It really makes a big difference for me. And then I can go to my Gypsy and do whatever project I need to work on. Over on this side, I do have some cartridges like the Mother's Day bouquet, this flower one, which I really love, being able to layer up all these flowers. And it doesn't have a booklet, so I've cut this out and I'm positioning it here on the side. And as you can see, I can fit many more handbooks in here. But again, it depends. Once I probably fill this up, then I'll go ahead and start a new box. So what I use to do these little labels here is I've actually done a file on my Gypsy that I created just all the little labels here. When I first started this project, I had to make a lot of them. And if we go over to the little cursor here and I hold that down, you'll actually see that I used Ashlyn's alphabet to make the tags. So I don't know if that's a little tip I learned. If you just hold down the image, it'll tell you which alphabet or which cartridge you use. So sometimes that's really handy when you're using lots of different cartridges and you need to remember what cartridge you used for a specific design. So I just have them all laid out here, and so as I need more, I can go ahead and cut them out. But I do have this little envelope here with ones that I've cut out, like Pink Journey does not have an overlay handbook, but I had cut it out anyway. So here's just some extra ones that I have. Gypsy Wanderings, which came with the Gypsy. So I had cut out kind of all of them. I got a little carried away, but it was fun to do. So then what I do, once I cut out my little labels from the Cricut through the Gypsy, I just did standard labels on my computer and typed out all of my cartridge names. This font is, I think it's pronounced Papyrus or Papyrus. Sorry if I got that wrong, but I love this font. I use it a lot. And then I used these self-seal laminating sheets and basically just stuck, after putting my labels on with all of my cartridge names, I just basically stuck the labels, if I can open this here for you to show you. Just does not want to, here we go, I got it. It's one-sided, so I put my labels in, here it's just one piece. I would line my labels up and then actually flip the sheet over so I could get both sides laminated. So that's how I did that. These laminating sheets are great for a lot of different things. And then I actually also attached a little eyelet just to give it a little bit of scrap-in style and a little bit more strength. And then I just got this ribbon. This was actually from Walmart. 6 yards, and I think I got 2 spools and just used it. It was nice and thin. It matched my green box. I love green, and I love green and pink. And used the ribbon to tie my little laminated label onto the handbook. And I went 4 spiral, I guess, links in to each of the handbooks, so that way it wouldn't hang out over the edge too far, and like I said, I can see them all there. So those are the supplies I used. Cut my labels out from the Gypsy, like I said, and this just works really well. I just love that I can come here and just pull a cartridge out. The inside of the box is kind of like a paper, so the cartridges are still protected. They're not being exposed to dust and anything like that. So I'm very pleased with it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a comment, and I would be so happy to respond. But that's my first video for today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope to do videos in the future. And thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.